Hey team, if you are starting to feel a little bit of tension and pressure with your coworkers, your teammates, or even the people that you are co-working with, your loved ones, I have got some essential tips to help you weather the storm and come out stronger as a unit, as a team, as a family. The truth is, no matter how wonderful you are as a person, or how much you take care of yourself, or how strong your team is, things are getting a little bit shook up. We can't avoid it. So today I'm gonna break down 3 essential things that you can be doing as a leader and as a teammate to help, again, your business thrive and survive, and to not just weather this storm, but to come out stronger. I'm Hanna Hermanson, certified success coach, brand strategist, international speaker, and a real person. And let's get down to the nitty-gritty of leading your team through a crisis. We have new realities. It's time to face that and pony up with some new tools, some new practices, some new habits that will ensure our success is sustainable. If you guys have been hanging around here, you know I am all about tactics, and I am more than happy to talk to you about the strategies, the implementation, the systemization of your team's success. I can't do that though until we address the underlying root cause, the root attribute of success, and it's subconscious. So stay with me. If you're afraid I'm gonna get a little too woo-woo, I'm not gonna put you in a down dog. I'm not gonna make you meditate here on this video, although I do recommend both of those things. Today I'm gonna give you some facts that are imperative for you as a leader and a team member to understand before layering on strategy. You guys may have seen this in other aspects of your life. You know all the things that you ought to be doing, right? Eat less calories and move more if you wanna lose weight. But oftentimes that's really difficult, and just knowing the right things to do often isn't enough to make us move forward, to make us make a change. So we're going to talk today about the foundation, the subconscious mind, and then I'm going to give you tools to support that subconscious, because these are the baseline things that every organization needs to grasp, needs to embrace, so that all the other business strategies and marketing and sales and branding hacks that I give you work, even in a crisis. Fun fact, your subconscious is 95% of your brain. Sit on that. That means only 5% of your brain is what you think about, okay? 95% of your brain is helping your heart beat, is helping you breathe, is helping you make decisions without using a lot of effort. And so our subconscious is riddled with beliefs, with agreements, with thoughts that we don't even acknowledge, we aren't even aware of. Only 5% of your brain is the one that's deciding what your goals are, what actions you should take with your day, how you should show up to a meeting, if you should put your left shoe on or your right shoe on first. I'm a left shoe first. What about you? You've got to realize you have 9.5 horses pulling you in a subconscious direction in a way that you don't feel like you have control over. And you only have half a horse pulling you in the direction you think about, that you consciously want to go. So there's a little science. Again, this is not woo-woo. It is essential, so critical that we acknowledge that most of our brain is not in alignment, is not supportive of a lot of the conscious thoughts that we have. Now, some of you, if you've been doing mindset work, you have some really strong beliefs that are supporting the goal that you want to do. If you've checked out some of my other videos around visualizations, affirmations, removing blocks, then you've started to chip away at that 95% that was in the dark. Most people are still majorly living, operating, acting in the subconscious. In today's day and age, it feels like we have no control. We're being told where we can go, when we can do that. The economy is all over the place. Things that used to feel normal are now looked at as privileges, as freedoms that have been taken away from us. So again, I don't care if you've been working from home. I don't care if you're a rock star mom. I don't care if you've been leading your team for 25 years. Your subconscious, every single person's subconscious, is being beat up this year. The layers of uncertainty, of pandemonium, a health crisis, an economic crisis. No matter how much you avoid the news, when you make the decision to get in your car and go to the grocery store, your subconscious has to make all sorts of new decisions. Do I wear a mask? Do I avoid people? Do I make eye contact? What if someone breathes on me? Your subconscious is being beat up at every level in this society. And so you need to be proactive and responsive to that fact if you want to move in the direction that your conscious wants you to. And if you're listening to this video, you're the type of person who wants to move in the direction of abundance, of success, of leadership, of sustainability. And so if that's your conscious operation, we need to stop having the subconscious pull us into chaos, doubt, uncertainty, and fear, right? That's not going to help us move toward this conscious vision that we're all working towards. And if you're a leader, the same is true for everyone on your team. Everyone on your team is a little bit unsure, whether they admit it or not, whether they're meditating or not. Embrace this fact. Your subconscious is being beat up. So this can manifest itself in a lot of ways. For me, I've been really indecisive and moody. I can't even decide what I want for dinner. I usually know, okay, tuna salad, pasta, pizza. I can rattle off what feels good. This month, though, I haven't even been able to decide what I want for dinner. How do you think that indecisiveness impacts my business? Guys, the way we do one thing is the way that we do everything. So it could be manifesting in indecisiveness in your personal life. It could be manifesting in moodiness, where you can't regulate as you used to. You're more thrown off when people give you feedback. You're more on edge in meetings. You respond to emails a little bit shorter, a little bit more terse. Maybe you're having some hard conversations with loved ones. Notice, be honest with yourself. Where is the uncertainty? Where is the subconscious beat up showing up in your life? And this is step number 1. You've got to be honest about what's happening here. It's not easy to hear, but I'm telling you, you're impacted. And if you continue to pretend that everything is going to clear up soon and we just have to put on the iPad and entertain ourselves, then you are allowing your subconscious to pull you in the wrong direction. What you resist persists. Meaning, if you don't address the realities that are happening right now for you and the people around you, it will continue. Even when we go back to normal. Oh my gosh, if you don't address the uncertainty and the chaos and you try to just go back to normal, that's going to be a whole nother challenge. So let's use this time to sit in the chaos, to examine our subconscious, and to be honest. This is weird. This is not normal. And once you've accepted that for yourself, as a leader, you need to offer the same to your team. So step number 2 is to create space for conversation. Real talk. You guys, when I worked in a team in person, even as an entrepreneur, and I was working in the startup space, it was ridiculous how much we talked about the weather, our pets, beer, stuff that didn't matter. Yet we were here trying to make a difference in the world, trying to become leaders, trying to develop ourselves enough so that we could develop a business. But we didn't create enough space for real talk until it was explosive. Can anyone else here relate? Everything is fine, we're gonna be nice, and then something explodes. Somebody gets let go and the team wasn't ready, and there's a crying fit. Somebody lashes out. We don't want that to happen, right? So the second thing you must be doing for your team is creating space for real talk. How I recommend doing this in 2020 is setting up an office hour. 1 hour a week where you open up your Zoom room as a leader and you allow people to come with whatever is going on for them. And this doesn't just have to be business related, because now more than ever, we're seeing the holistic impact. We're seeing the holistic human. We're not just working from home. We're quarantined at home trying to work. We're not just building a business or pivoting a business. We are weathering a global pandemic and attempting to make business decisions. So create space, invite fear, tears, hard conversations, because when you do it from a place of being proactive, of being curious, of wanting to help people and meet them where they're at, you're gonna get a way better response than when it comes from top down, or again, until you wait until the crisis is in your living room and people are already hurting because you didn't do anything as a leader. Schedule office hours and have real talk. You don't have to have the answers. No one has answers. But there's this phenomenon called dramatic processing, in which when we as humans can just get out the drama, get it out of our heads, we create space. You might notice the power of journaling, or you hear people talking about talk therapy. And this idea is that when you can get it out of your head, you create space for new. And this is what helps us start to kick up the subconscious. If we can get out the conscious, there's only 5% of it, and we have space to talk, we have space to reflect, we have space to process, then the subconscious starts to come to the top and we can work with it. Then lastly, you have to soothe your subconscious ongoing, okay? Step number 1 is just about embracing this, being real, sitting with how you actually feel right now. Step 2 is allowing others to do the same, creating a safe space for real talk. But step 3 is all about making this an ongoing process. Mindset work is just like any other muscle. Team development is just like any other exercise. This takes reps. It takes consistency. It's work. So we've got to put in efforts every single day to help support the work that we're doing, to help soothe our subconscious. It's always going to be there. So here are a few of my favorite ways that I've seen work really well in the business development space for me as a leader, a business owner, an entrepreneur, team member, partner. Okay, these are my favorite hacks, but I would also love to know what you all know helps you calm down, focus, and recenter. Because those are all indicators that you are harnessing the power of your subconscious and moving it towards that consciousness. First thing that is critical for me now more than ever is having device-free time. Again, even if you're just scrolling on Instagram for funsies, you're seeing the chaos, the stress, the animosity that other people are going through. So your subconscious is picking up on all of these jokes about staying at home, about all of these moms who are sick of their kids. Even if you aren't, your subconscious takes in all of those data points. So the more that you can restrict devices in your life and become present with what's happening in nature, what's happening in your home, what's happening in your book, the better off your subconscious will be in this era. So every night at 6 p.m., I am device free. On the weekends, I delete social media apps. And then on Monday, when I sit down to work, I turn it on as a tool for business, not as entertainment. The second thing I've been cranking up the intensity on is meditation. So my fiance and I, we always go to bed listening to the Calm app. It just helps me sleep. There's some really soothing sleep stories from people like Matthew McConaughey. And you can find all sorts of tools from body scans to good night stories to 10-minute grounding exercises. Meditation, giving your brain that pause, allowing your conscious to interact with your subconscious in meditation. Even if it's 10 minutes a day of focusing on your breath, of listening to affirmations, use that tool. I'll link below to Calm and some of the other resources that I have around meditation for you guys. And then our mind, body, spirit is all connected, right? And so taking care of your diet is huge. I'm not going to preach to you about nutrition or health, but what I will tell you is that little upgrades to your daily beverages are really helpful. So I'm the type of person who can admit I have days where I am coffee until wine. And when we are always altering our brain in those ways, it becomes exhausting. Again, it's just even more of a beating for our subconscious. So when stress levels increase, when uncertainty increases, when you're noticing that moodiness or being indecisive or snapping at people, being shorter than usual, you definitely want to take a look at what you're putting into your body. So again, I'm not going to preach. You guys know what you need to do. But what really supports my mindset is, again, just changing coffee for mushroom tea and changing wine for another sort of elixir. And there's all sorts of recipes and ideas over at my favorite spot called Four Sigmatic. I'll again link below. You guys can go check it out. They have some really great deals happening this year because they know the importance of these immunity and mindset boosters. And it sounds funny. Mac, my fiance, he hates mushrooms. Like even looking at mushrooms, he can't stand it. I made him one of these mushroom coffees and he devoured it. So trust us, me, someone who could be kind of a health nut, and him, someone who is definitely not. We both love it and it makes us feel really focused, really clear. So go check out Four Sigmatic and start to foster your subconscious from the outside in. The last piece is having a schedule. I talked about this on the YouTube channel before. You can go ahead and check out how to set intentions for productivity and freedom, and it's so much more important now. We thought at the beginning it was like a 4-year-old was running the world, like no school and you can have dessert for breakfast anytime you want. Except for when left to our own devices, we aren't that healthy. Mental health studies show over and over and over that routine is critical for us at every age, not just kids, but us as leaders as well. So take a look at that video, set intentions, and create a schedule you'll stick to, because your brain thrives in routine. I know it's counterintuitive for creative types like me. The truth is though, open space, lack of prioritization, and again, being left to our own devices often leads to anxiety, overwhelm, confusion. These are things that you can share with your team, but as always, as leaders, we go first. Leaders go first. So own some of these self-care practices. Take advantage of some of these resources for yourself so that you can show up and foster the support and create the space that the people around you also need. Leaders go first. So just to recap what you need to make happen ASAP to support your team and to help your business thrive even through crisis, number one, be real with yourself. Quit hiding from it, quit putting band-aids on it, quit saying everything is gonna be all right and singing kumbaya. Be real, sit with your own emotions. Number two, create that same opportunity for your team. Schedule real talk office hours and show up, hold space. And then number three, support your subconscious by soothing yourself, mind, body, and soul. I'll let you get to work now. I'm Hanna Hermanson, and I will see you right back here next week with more tools to help you build and scale your dream life and business. Never forget that we appreciate comments, likes, interaction below. That is why we do this, to help create community, to help raise conversation. If you subscribe, you'll be updated every single week when we drop new knowledge here. And you can, of course, connect with me as a real person on some of the social media links we have below.